you can have a chance to succeed at that dream.
We're here just a speck of time.
Given the opportunities to be selfless.
That's what God does with us.
Not forgetting how you got here and who helped you along the way.
What are you doing for others?
Those to whom much has been given, much is expected.
If you're an athlete or the parent of one, you want to check out Parkview Sports Medicine. We serve every level of athlete with our sports nutritionist, our expert physicians at O&E, and the area's only specialized athletic rehab. To learn more, go to parkviewsportsmedicine.com.
Welcome in, everybody. It's game number 2 of our Crossroads League doubleheader. University of St. Francis taking on the Bethel College Lady Pilots. In game number 1, St. Francis coming from behind to win it 3-2. Lady Cougars getting a game-winning hit from Morgan Hubble, a sacrifice fly to left field, scoring Donjanae Chamberlain. Here in game number 2, starting in the circle for your Cougars is the senior Katie Gebhard, entering with a team-best 3.30 ERA, 2-7 record on the season. In 59 innings pitched, she's given up 61 hits, 36 runs, 28 earned, 33 walks, 40 strikeouts. Opposing batters hitting .263 against Katie. Leading off is Haley Stinson. That first pitch is a ball to Stinson. In game number 1, Haley was 0 for 4 at the dish. Great moment after game number 1, honoring all the seniors here at Westendorf Field. The Lady Cougar underclassmen did such a great job with all the decorations. And wow, I just saw the home plates that all the girls will be getting, and they are awesome. It's a home plate with, pictures and their names and all that good stuff on there. Really, really nice stuff put together by Coach Peterson and Coach Ryan Bolin. CRB, as we like to call him. It's been his nickname for a while now here at St. Francis. It's what the Lady Cougars started calling him, I think, in about 2011. Gebhard, the full count now. That ball slapped foul. You can see left field now as they took down the drapes. Full count. Haley Stinson. 0 for 4 in game number 1. Slaps it to Ferrer. Loses it off the top of her mitt. So first error of the game as Stinson reaches first base on the E6. That'll bring up Mari Younger, the catcher. Here in game... actually Mari will be playing left field here in game number 2. She played left in game number 1. Bunt goes foul on the first pitch from Gebhard. Younger was awesome at the plate in game number 1. 4 for 4 with a run scored. Bethel pretty much led the whole game. Then St. Francis coming from behind to win it 3-2 in dramatic fashion. A marathon at-bat by the senior Morgan Hubble as Katie Gebhard gets her first strikeout of the game. It's going to bring to the plate number 27, Hunter Brummett. Hunter, the junior from Fort Wayne, Indiana, Homestead High School. One is the count to Brummett. In game number 1, she was 2 for 2 with a walk. One ball, one strike, one out. Here in the top of the first, that's Katie Gebhard with the delivery. Check swing, deep to center. Short hops the fence. Not much to that swing right there, compact. That's a long single for Hunter Brummett, which will advance Stinson all the way to third base. Good piece of hitting there by Brummett. It's going to bring to the plate Karis Brewer. First pitch is in there for a strike. Brewer 1 for 3 in game number 1. Check swing went towards the Bethel dugout. 0-2's your count. We'll check out that hit by Hunter Brummett again. Didn't seem like it was much of a swing. But boy, did that ball travel all the way to center field, short hopping the fence. Just reached out and touched it. Ball inside, 1-2 your count. Excuse me, 2-2. Gabbard in the circle had a career high 11 strikeouts a year ago against Spring Arbor here at Westendorf Field. And then Brooke Heron with 11 strikeouts in game number 1 today. Outstanding performance. Jordan Schneider playing first base. Vivian Goodpaster catching, and Ashley Morrow out in right field. Some changes for the Lady Cougars here in game number 2. Two with 1 out. Second strikeout of the inning for Katie Gabbard as she gets her looking. 2 outs. We have runners at first and third for Shelby Prowse, number 6. Starting third baseman. She was 0 for 3 with a strikeout in game number 1. Prowse did play a good defensive third base for Bethel. Up in this count, 2-0. Prowse, just a freshman. Gabbard, the senior. Gabbard from Fort Wayne, Indiana, Carroll High School. 3-0. Perfect pitch by Gabbard on the 3-0 for a called first strike. Prowse going to lay off the ball upstairs, so bases are loaded. We got to play at any base, as that's going to bring up to the plate Mackenzie Orphanitis. With bases loaded, she had a solo home run in game number 1. That first pitch is high and outside. Goodpaster doing a good job catching up with it. Goodpaster and Gabbard making up the battery here in game number 2. Nice looking pitch, but they're going to call it ball 2. Right down the pipe for Katie Gabbard. Orphanitis reminds you of Laronitis, the linebacker at Ohio State. That ball's popped up. Morrow's on it, and it's going to fall. 2 runs will come home to score on the RBI single by Orphanitis. Bethel up 2-0 here in the top of the first. It's kind of been the story for St. Francis. They get behind early. Beautiful placement there. As I don't know if Pryor had a hard time seeing it. Morrow raced in from right field, nearly caught up to it. Looked like a ball that maybe Pryor would have been able to get. Your batter is Megan Riley, number 14. This is her first time batting on the day. Riley is a freshman from Hamilton, Ohio, Talawanda High School. 2 balls, 1 strike. Riley with a 95 batting average entering today. 2 hits, 1 run scored in 21 at-bats, 1 RBI, 2 walks, 10 strikeouts for Megan Riley. Riley will be playing first base in today's game. Hannah Haynes started at first base in game number 1. 2-2's your count. We got a full count with 2 outs. Orphanitis at first. Prowse at third. Ooh, draws the walk. Good looking pitch as the throwback gets away from Gebhard. Once again, bases are loaded for Hannah Darling. Playing second base here in game number 2. She did not play in game number 1. Hannah is a freshman from Hebron, Kentucky, Connor High School. First pitch is hit up to Cassidy Ferrer. As Bethel leaves 3 stranded, we head to the bottom of the first. 2-0, Pilots on top.
Sports Medicine continues to lead the way in Northeast Indiana with our new Parkview Ortho Express Clinic, offering direct access to physicians and Saturday morning clinics that are convenient for you. Parkview Sports Medicine, game on.
Welcome back, everybody, to Westendorf Field here in the bottom of the first inning. Bethel with 2 hits, 2 runs scored, 3 stranded there in the top of the first. St. Francis with 1 error. Leading it off for the Lady Cougars will be Brianna Pryor. In the circle for Bethel is Haley Stinson, the leadoff batter. Entering today, Stinson with the second best ERA on the team at 6.61, a 2-4 record on the season. In 29.2 innings pitched, which is fourth best for Bethel. She's given up 54 hits, 39 runs, 28 of those earned, 17 walks, 11 strikeouts. Opposing batters hitting .380 against Haley Stinson. And Bree Pryor stepping to the dish. The Super Junior. Pryor was 2 for 3 in game number 1. Pryor, dynamic player, had 2 stolen bases in game number 1 to raise her season total, or her career total, to 79. Her season total 27 for Bree Pryor. Up in this count, 2-0. Now up in the count, 2-1 the count. That ball's low. Now it's 3-1. Once again, we got the senior Abby Skura coaching first base. Hopefully she can get cleared medically to join the team for the Crossroads League tournament. I know she hates not being able to dress here on senior day. Haley Stinson in the circle. Full count to Brianna Pryor. Pryor smacks it up the gut. Leadoff single for Bree Pryor. That'll bring to the plate number 27, Lizzie Meyer, who was 2 for 3 with an RBI in game number 1. A big RBI as it scored Vivian Goodpasser to tie up the game in the bottom of the 7th. Stinson, once again, just a freshman from Preble, Indiana, went to Adams Central High School. As Pryor's off for another stolen base, her third on the day. She is automatic, just so fast. And you'll remember, I think it was in the top of the 7th in game 1 when she took a cleat to the top of her ankle. Did draw a little bit of blood, so the athletic trainer went out to clean her up. She's at second base now with 0 outs. 2-0's the count to Lizzie Meyer. It did sound like he said ball. Nice hit. That's going to score Bree Pryor from second base as Lizzie Meyer roped it up the gut. Lady Cougars on the board, down 2-1. Meyer with the RBI single. That will bring up Morgan Hubble. Back-to-back hits here for the Lady Cougs. First pitch to Hubble's a ball. Morgan 0 for 3 with an RBI. She had the big sacrifice fly to drive in Donjanae Chamberlain to win it there in game number 1. On deck is Jordan Schneider, who's playing first base. Hubble, the designated player in game number 2. Jordan had a nice double in game number 1 where she drove it to right field. Hubbs, the senior, drills it to left field. It's at the warning track, and it's caught as she did turn on that ball for out number 1. Good piece of hitting. That's going to bring up Jordan Schneider. Just didn't get the pop right off the bat. Schneider with Lizzie Meyer at first. She's off and running. Meyer steals second. That pitch was a strike. 0-1's your count. Counts evened up at 1 apiece. Stinson's pitch missed upstairs. 2 arms are up in the bullpen for Bethel. That pitch will miss high and outside. 2-1 your count. Other pitchers are Bethany Hogg with 85 innings under her belt. Hannah Haynes has 25 innings. And Elena McElfresh. McElfresh is actually playing right field as the flex player for Bethel. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Jordan Schneider. Jordan a little bit out in front of that pitch. On deck, it's Taylor Tucker, the freshman. That ball just foul. Schneider, good piece of hitting right up the gut. That'll advance Lizzie Meyer to third. That'll bring up Taylor Tucker. Taylor 2 for 3 in game number 1. Schneider was 1 for 3 in game number 1. Schneider caught in a pickle. It's a double steal as Meyer comes home to score. And Jordan Schneider now at third base. Lady Cougars tied up at 2. Nice double steal. As the count is 1-0 to Taylor Tucker with Jordan Schneider at third base. Tucker fouls it off. We're evened up at 1 apiece with Cassidy Ferrer on deck. Cassidy 1 for 3 in game number 1. Tucker. That's in a tough position right there. Oh, what a catch! As Jordan Schneider will come home to score. Hopefully Jordan tagged up. Oh, she did. So Jordan Schneider with the go-ahead run. Cougars up now 3-2. Oh. The right fielder, McElfresh, definitely looked like she made the catch. So let's go to the replay. See Tucker. The second baseman is Darling. It went off Darling's mitt there. And maybe the right fielder picked it up off the grass. I didn't really see. Either way, you can see that Schneider did tag up for the go-ahead run. So your batter, that's going to be an RBI single then for Tucker. 1-0 is your count to Cassidy Ferrer. Cassidy after game number 1 was playing the music for the players as they were introduced for Senior Day. Multiple skills here for Ferrer as Lady Cougars now have 3 runs on 4 hits and 1 error. That ball is going to get past the catcher as Tucker takes second base on the pass ball. Cassidy's going to draw the walk on 4 straight pitches. With Tucker at second, Ferrer is at first for number 42, Vivian Goodpaster. Goodpaster was 2 for 3 with an RBI and a run scored in that game number 1. Lady Cougars really starting to put it together here at the end of the regular season. In the bullpen is number 22, Hannah Haynes. Haynes, who started first base in that game number 1. Lady Cougars up 3-2 here in the bottom of the first with runners at first and second. First pitch is a ball to Goodpaster. Oh, that was a strike. low in the zone. That ball's drilled. And she is safe at first. That was a good play there by Prowse. She regrouped, but that's going to be a hit for Vivian Goodpaster. We have bases loaded with just one out. For Ashley Morrow, it's Donjanae Chamberlain on deck. Looks like Taylor beat Mount Vernon Naz 9-1 in their game number 1. Grace beat Goshen 2-1. Indiana Wesleyan and Spring Arbor tied at 2 in the 5th. Definitely need Indiana Wesleyan to win that game. 0-1's your count. Morrow rips it into left field. That'll score Tucker. Frere held up at third. Lady Cougs up now 4-2. Well, they'll bring up Donjanae Chamberlain. Donjanae was 0 for 2 with a run scored in game number 1. In that last at bat, Jade Mollenkoff came in to pinch hit, and she was hit in the back of the leg. And then Donjanae re-entered to run. Did a great job scoring the game winner. Doesn't get much better than that. 0 for 2 with one out to Donjanae Chamberlain. The 1-2 with one out. Chamberlain fouls it off. Got a feeling like Lady Cougar's going to put up a lot of runs in this game number 2. That one's fouled out of play. Count will remain at 1-2 for Donjanae Chamberlain. Slap right back to the pitcher. She'll come home to get the force out. So Ferrer, the second out on the 1-2. Donjanae reaching first on the fielder's choice. That brings up Bree Pryor, who started off this inning. Pryor with ducks on the pond here could pick up a few RBI. To add to her season total, she's got 12 RBI. No home runs on the year. That first pitch is a ball to Bree Pryor. A strike, excuse me. So when the umpire calls a ball or a strike, it just sounds like ball every time. Upstairs. 2-1 the count. Well, I've got a lot of plays to tweet out after this inning. St. Francis just absolutely getting it done at the plate here in the bottom of the inning. Pryor. Foul ball. Started off with Taylor Tucker's RBI single that scored Bree Pryor. No, excuse me, it's Lizzie Meyer's RBI single. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Bree Pryor. Pryor fouls it out of play. The 2-2, Meyer on deck. Full count now as Pryor working the AB. Ball in the dirt. That's going to walk home a run. Vivian Goodpaster coming home to score. Brings up Lizzie Meyer, who had the RBI single to start this whole thing off. First pitch in there for a strike to Meyer. Lizzie checks that pitch outside. We're evened up at 1 apiece. Meyer down the count, 1-2. That ball's drilled into right center field, all the way to the fence. Morrow comes home to score. Donjanae Chamberlain comes home to score. Brianna Pryor comes home to score. 3 RBI double for Lizzie Meyer. Lady Cougars up now, 8-2. Wow. Oh, that's one. She's got 4 RBI now just in the first. We're in the bottom of the first. This might be a mercy rule game. Haley Stinson's going to go out to right field. Looks like McElfresh is going to leave the game. She might come in to pitch. There's number 8, Bethany Hogg. Looks like Hogg is coming out to pitch. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back with you with the statistics for the new Bethel pitcher.
UP Sports finds the athlete's purpose beyond athletics. The industry leader in sports performance for over 10 years in Northeast Indiana. You can find out more by clicking on the Services tab at the top of this page.
Everything that I do can have an impact on somebody else.
You can dream any dream and you can chase any dream and you can have a chance to succeed at that dream.
We're here just a speck of time.
Given the opportunities to be selfless.
That's what God does with us.
Not forgetting how you got here and who helped you along the way.
What are you doing for others?
Those to whom much has been given, much is expected.
If you're an athlete or the parent of one, you want to check out Parkview Sports Medicine. We serve every level of athlete with our sports nutritionist, our expert physicians at O&E, and the area's only specialized athletic rehab. To learn more, go to parkviewsportsmedicine.com.
Welcome back here to Westendorf Field. The new Bethel pitcher is Bethany Hogg, entering with a 6.67 ERA, 2-13 record on the season. In 85 innings pitched, she's given up 137 hits, 98 runs, 81 of those earned, 23 walks, 22 strikeouts. And opposing batters are hitting .355 against Bethany Hogg. Up to the plate is Morgan Hubble, who flew out to left field in her first at-bat. It was a hit that I thought was gone. She hit it all the way to the warning track, but it was caught. 1-1 is your count to Hubble, with bases no longer loaded. Meyer at second base after the 3 RBI double by Lizzie Meyer. Lady Cougars up 8-2. Outstanding. It was a tough first game for Bethel as they led it pretty much the whole way before losing it 3-2 in the bottom of the 7th. Hubble. Beautiful placement to right center field all the way to the fence. Meyer comes home to score for the 9th run in the inning. Hubble with the RBI double. Hubble double. Meyer with 2 runs scored in this inning. I got more plays to tweet out. First pitch is a ball to Schneider, who had a single and scored a run earlier in this inning. Schneider rips that one. That's fair. Another single. Hubble advances to third. We have runners at first and third for Taylor Tucker. Tucker had an RBI single earlier this inning. Schneider. Bethel played that one nicely. Oh, 1's the count. Tucker rips that one into left field. Coming home to score is Morgan Hubble for the 10th run of the inning. Wow. Lady Cougars are on fire. They can't miss. Brings up Cassidy Ferrer. First pitch is a ball to Ferrer. Cassidy walked in her AB. Was thrown out trying to score from home. Or trying to score from third. 1-1's your count. Three balls, 1 strike. Cassidy Ferrer. Pitch right down the pipe. We got a full count. Runners at first and second with 2 outs. Lady Cougars are up 10-2. That ball ripped into left field. Schneider will hold up at third, so now bases are loaded. And your batter is Vivian Goodpaster with ducks on the pond. Well, I'm definitely blowing up the Twitter feed with all the tweets from this inning. Usually I have about 1 highlight to post in between innings. Oh man, I've already posted about 4 of them. 1-1's your count. Goodpaster. Folks, make sure you like our Facebook page, University of St. Francis Softball, and follow us on Twitter at Cougar Athletics, at SF Cougars. 2-1 your count. Goodpaster. I'd like to see her go yard here. That'd be a grand slam. That ball ripped up the gut. Schneider comes home to score. Tucker comes home to score. 2 RBI single for Vivian Goodpaster. Runners at first and second base for your batter, Ashley Morrow. One and one is your count to Ashley Morrow. Had an RBI single in her first at bat. Drills that ball, and it's caught by the center fielder, Marilyn Showalter. So that will do it. Lady Cougars, what an inning there. Nearly batted around the lineup twice. We head to the bottom of the second. St. Francis is up 12-2.
Sports Medicine continues to lead the way in Northeast Indiana with our new Parkview Ortho Express Clinic, offering direct access to physicians and Saturday morning clinics that are convenient for you. Parkview Sports Medicine, game on.
Welcome back, everybody. Here in the top of the second, leading it off for Bethel is going to be Marilyn Showalter, the center fielder. First pitch is the ball. One ball, 2 strikes. Now your count to Showalter. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Just got done with all the tweets. It was a bunch of them. A lot of scoring. 12 spot put up in the first inning. I'm not sure if I've ever seen that from the Lady Cougar offense. Showalter, and game number 1 was 1 for 2. Gebhard picks up her 3rd strikeout of the game. 1 up, 1 down. Your batter, it's number 26, pinch hitter, Maddie Morgan.
26 for 19.
Morgan batting for Haley Stinson. Stinson reached on a E6 and scored in her at bat. First pitch, ball 1 to Maddie Morgan. Morgan 0 for 2 on the season at the plate. This is her 3rd at bat. She's a freshman, a pitcher, first base, second base from Marysville, Ohio, Delaware Christian High School. 2-0, now 2-1 is your count. Gebhard 3 strikeouts in this game. Katie faced 8 batters in the first inning. 1 up, 1 down here in the second. Maddie Morgan battling at the dish. Bethel College has 1 player from Ancilla College, and that's Elena McElfresh. Good hustle there by Catherine Childers. Kind of expect that Coach Scott Reese will probably pull some more from Ancilla. He did spend 17 years there as the head coach, doing a great job. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Your batter, it's Maddie Morgan. Gets her looking for strike number 3. 4 strikeouts now for Katie Gebhard. 2 up, 2 down. Mara Younger is going to be pitch hit for, it's Catherine Childers coming to the plate.
3 for 9.
Yes, sir. Childers, the sophomore from Huntertown, Indiana, Lakewood Park Christian. Did bat in game number 1. First pitch is a swing and a miss. 0 for 1 with the strikeout in game number 1. Her strikeout was the 10th strikeout for Brooke Heron. Heron ended up with 11 strikeouts. 0 for 2. Gebhard could strike out the side here with the 0-2 delivery. Ooh, misses outside, does Katie Gebhard. 1-2 your count. Maybe Gebhard will have a career high in strikeouts. The thing is, I don't know if this game will go past 5 innings. Gebhard's looking good in the circle. 2-2 is your count. That ball fouled out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runs for Bethel, 12 for St. Francis. Slap towards the Cougar dugout. Bree Pryor, Taylor Tucker playing in. Cougar infield all playing in for the lefty slapper. Childress. The 2-2 fouled out of play. Childers battling at the dish. Childers entering today's action with a 179 batting average. 12 hits, 8 runs scored, and 67 at-bats with 6 walks, 13 strikeouts. She's 1 for 5 in stolen bases. Ooh, upstairs, full count now to Catherine Childers. Childers, one of 2 sophomores on the roster, Bethany Hogg, the other. Gets her looking for strike number 3 as Katie Gebbard strikes out the side here in the top of the second. Great job by Gebbard. We'll head to the bottom of the second here with the Lady Cougars rolling.
UP Sports finds the athlete's purpose beyond athletics. The industry leader in sports performance for over 10 years in Northeast Indiana. You can find out more by clicking on the Services tab at the top of this page.
Everything that I do can have an impact on somebody else.
You can dream any dream and you can chase any dream, and you can have a chance to succeed at that dream.
We're here just a speck of time.
Given the opportunities to be selfless.
That's what God does with us.
Not forgetting how you got here and who helped you along the way.
What are you doing for others?
Those to whom much has been given, much is expected.
If you're an athlete or the parent of one, you want to check out Parkview Sports Medicine. We serve every level of athlete with our sports nutritionist, our expert physicians at O&E, and the area's only specialized athletic rehab. To learn more, go to parkviewsportsmedicine.com.
St. Francis going to lead it off here with Donjanae Chamberlain. Donjanae reached on a fielder's choice in her first at-bat. Leading off here, bottom of the second. Donjanae, once again, in game number 1, was 0 for 2 with a run scored. Vivian Goodpaster, 2 for 3 with an RBI and a run scored. Had about the best offensive production for St. Francis in game number 1. But the MVP goes to Brooke Herron, who had the 11 strikeouts. And Morgan Hubble for the sacrifice fly, game winner. And Donjanae for scoring the game winner. Probably got to go with the seniors on senior day. So far here in game, that first pitch is going to be a ball. Donjanae slaps it into right field for a leadoff single. St. Francis with 12 hits, 12 runs scored, 1 error. 2 hits for Bethel. Brianna Pryor now coming to the plate. Pryor 1 for 1 with an RBI, a stolen base, and a run scored. She'll check that first pitch for ball one. Pryor right to the second baseman, who's going to get the lead off, or the lead runner. Donjane out at second. So Pryor reaches on the fielder's choice. That's going to bring the plate number 27, Lizzie Meyer. Lizzie, 2 for 2 in this game with 2 runs scored and 4 RBI. She has the best offensive output so far, as Pryor steals another base, and she'll take another. 2 stolen bases for Bree Pryor. That's 3 stolen bases in this game. Oh my. Pryor in game number 1. I had her down for 2 stolen bases, so that is 5 stolen bases on the day so far for Pryor. She's going after some records. Meyer drills it for an RBI single to score Brianna Pryor. Lady Cougars now up 13-2. Ramsey Herlock's going to bat for Morgan Hubble. Lizzie Meyer really should probably be the Offensive Player of the Week in the Crossroads League after this week. Ramsey Herlock, her first at bat in this game. Ramsey entering today with a .329 batting average, 26 hits, 15 runs scored, and 79 at-bats, 15 RBI, 12 walks, 25 strikeouts for Ramsey Herlock. 1-1's the count with 1 out. And it's Lizzie Meyer at first base. Fouls that one off, 1-2 now your count. .82 stolen bases now for Brianna Pryor in her career. That ball is drilled by Herlock, deep center field for out number 2. Schulwalter making the grab at the fence. That'll bring to the plate Jordan Schneider. Schneider enjoying a good game, 2 for 2 with 2 runs scored. First pitch is a swing and a miss. Bethany Hogg is a sophomore from Milan, Michigan, with the Milan High School. Another swing and a miss. Ball off the plate. One ball, 2 strikes to Jordan Schneider. Schneider 1 for 3 with a run scored. Game number 1. Counts evened up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two twos the count. That one's fouled off into the mitt. We'll head to the top of the third, 13-2, St. Francis on top.
Sports Medicine continues to lead the way in Northeast Indiana with our new Parkview Ortho Express Clinic, offering direct access to physicians and Saturday morning clinics that are convenient for you. Parkview Sports Medicine, game on.
Welcome back, everybody. Here in the top of the third inning, we have another pinch hitter. It'll be number 18, Bethany McKibben, the freshman from Elkhart, Indiana, Elkhart Christian Academy. First pitch is a ball to McKibben. McKibben with a 200 batting average, 2 hits and 10 at-bats with an RBI. 3 strikeouts, 0 walks for McKibben. 3-0 is the count. Gebhard with 5 strikeouts under her belt. Struck out the side in the top of the second. That one's upstairs. So that's a walk for McKibben, number 18. Coming to the plate now is number 13, Maddie Reese, the freshman from Walkerton, Indiana, John Glenn High School. Coach Reese getting a lot of new players in here. She's batting for Karis Brewer. Reese is 0 for 8 on the season. Oh, 2 the count to Reese. Gebhard looking for strikeout number 6. And she gets it. One out. The runner at first. That brings the plate number 20, which is Abby Glass. Pinch hitting for Shelby Prowse. 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss. Glass with a .235 batting average. 4 hits and 17 at-bats with 1 double, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. Counts evened up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Yes, sir. Ball down low. We got a full count. Full count to Glass. Gets her looking on the inside corner for out number 2. Gebhard now with 7 strikeouts. That brings the plate number 24, Morgan Bales. That first pitch is a strike to Bales. Bales is batting for Mackenzie Orphanitis. That ball hit off the handle. Frere has it for out number 3. We head to the bottom of the third. Cougars up 13-2.
Grandpa taught me years ago, do business with people you know and who know you. That's why I joined Fort Financial Credit Union. Their staff knows I'm busy at college. They set me up with a checking account, a debit card, and an auto loan. With the Fort's mobile app, I can check balances, transfer money, and make my car payment. My grandparents loved doing business with the Fort, and I do too. My future, my family, my Fort.
Welcome to the University of St. Francis, located in the heart of Fort Wayne, Indiana, where the Cougar basketball programs have won 2 national championships and finished runner-up twice since 2010. And the Cougar football program is fresh off a 2016 national championship. USF is a 3-time gold-level Champions of Character institution, one of only 12 NAIA schools to earn that distinction. The University of St. Francis provides you the opportunity to get a great education while competing for championship.
Welcome back to Westendorf Field here. St. Francis up 13-2. And coming to the plate is going to be number 12, Taylor Tucker. St. Francis starting pitcher Katie Gebhard now with 7 strikeouts through 3 innings. 7 of her 9 outs have been strikeouts. Frere had the last out. She had to put out from her shortstop position. First pitch is ripped by Taylor Tucker, but it's foul. Tucker 2 for 2 with 2 RBI and 2 runs scored so far in this game. On fire is the Cougar offense. Obviously with the 13 spot. Pitch misses low and in. St. Francis really going to have some good momentum heading into the Crossroads League tournament. Would like to finish off strong in the doubleheader against Goshen. Doubleheader that may not happen. Really just depends on where everybody shakes out. St. Francis wins this game. The Cougars will now have a, as that ball is ripped into right field. Leadoff batter aboard, that's Taylor Tucker. She's now 3 for 3. That brings up Cassidy Ferrer. Cassidy 1 for 1 in this game with a walk. First pitch is called strike. We're evened up at 1 apiece. So St. Francis will have 14-18 conference record. Really depends on what Mount Vernon, Naz, and Huntington do. But if St. Francis wins out and Mount Vernon, Naz, and Huntington lose out, St. Francis will overtake both of them. Full count now to Frere. Let's go ahead and look to see what Spring Arbor's doing. That's important as well. They're at Indiana Wesleyan, and it looks like they lost 3-5 in their game number 1. Frere draws her second walk in this game. We have runners at first and second, 0 outs for Vivian Goodpaster. Good pass there, 2 for 2 with a run and 2 RBI in this game. 0-1's the count. They get 1-1. Good pass there. Ooh, right off the helmet of the third baseman. Ooh, and gets good pass her out. Tucker and Frere advance. Good thing that Prowse wears that mask. It popped up. Oh, got her a little bit on the chin is what she's saying. Coach Reese coming out to make sure, you know, she's good to go, not shaken up. Second time he's done that today. And it's just a good move there by the head coach. The first time was when Nachek took a line drive. Off from it, but it was hit sharply. Hogg in the circle. With 1 out for Ashley Morrow. Morrow with runners in scoring position. Morrow 1 for 2 with an RBI and a run scored in this one. Counts evened up at 1 apiece. This ball's drilled right up the gut. Tucker comes home to score on the RBI single by Ashley Morrow. Frere now at third base. Your batter is going to be number 20, Annika Hoffer. Hoffer will be hitting for Donjanae Chamberlain. Hoffer entering today with a 143 batting average, 1 hit, 2 runs scored, and 7 at-bats. 0 walks, 4 strikeouts on the season for the freshman, Annika Hoffer. Did pinch run in the doubleheader yesterday. Takes that first pitch for ball 1. Lady Cougars now with 17 hits, 1 error. Counts evened up at 1 apiece. Hoffer could pick up her first walk of the season. Big cut, swing and a miss. Counts evened up at 2-2. Pitch upstairs, good eyes. We have a full count now. It's Morrow at first and Frere at third. Hoffer with a swing and a miss for out number 2. That'll bring to the plate the leadoff batter, Brianna Pryor. Pryor, 2 for 2 with 3 runs scored, 1 RBI, and a walk in this game. Not a bad day at the office for Bree Pryor. The offensive explosion here in game number 2. This ball is drilled into right center. That'll score Ferrer. Morrow advances to third on the RBI single by Bree Pryor. Cougars now up 15-2. Still runners at first and third. Frere, that's her first run scored in this game. Brings up Lizzie Meyer. Meyer arguably having the best day. 3 for 3, 2 runs scored, and 5 RBI. Pryor's off and running for another stolen base. Her 4th of the game. Yep, and she had, 2 or 3 in game number 1. It's good. Right under the legs of the second baseman. That will score Morrow and Pryor. Lady Cougars now with 17 runs. So we got a timeout here. A little conference in the circle for Hogg. Ramsey Herlock now your batter. Ramsey popped out to center field in her first AB. Pryor now with 3 runs scored in this game. Cougars 4 runs scored in this inning. Swing and a miss for out number 3. We'll head to the top of the 4th. St. Francis rolling.
UP Sports finds the athlete's purpose beyond athletics. The industry leader in sports performance for over 10 years in Northeast Indiana. You can find out more by clicking on the Services tab at the top of this page.
Everything that I do can have an impact on somebody else.
You can dream any dream and you can chase any dream and you can have a chance to succeed at that dream.
We're here just a speck of time.
Given the opportunities to be selfless.
That's what God does with us.
Not forgetting how you got here and who helped you along the way.
What are you doing for others?
Those to whom much has been given, much is expected.
If you're an athlete or the parent of one, you want to check out Parkview Sports Medicine. We serve every level of athlete with our sports nutritionist, our expert physicians at O&E, and the area's only specialized athletic rehab. To learn more, go to parkviewsportsmedicine.com.
Two balls now for your batter. Number 14, Megan Riley, who walked in her first at-bat. 2 balls, 1 strike. That ball hits sharply, gets past Ferrer for a single. Your batter is number 5, Hannah Darling. Popped out to Ferrer in her first at-bat. With Megan Riley on first base and 0 outs here in the top of the 4th. Nice stop by Goodpaster and the ball in the dirt. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. That ball hit into shallow center. Myers on it for out number 1. Lizzie Meyer has been literally perfect out in center field this whole season. It's going to bring the plate number 2 for Bethel. Marilyn Showalter, the center fielder. First pitch to Showalter is a ball. Showalter was 1 for 2 in game number 1. Here in game number 2, 0 for 1 with a walk. Excuse me, with a strikeout. Gebbard with 7 strikeouts under her belt already. 7 out of the 10 outs have been strikeouts for St. Francis. 2-1 is your count. Ball down low, 3-1. To Hannah Darling, the second baseman. "19 hits for St. Francis, 17 runs, 2 hits for Bethel, 2 runs. Full count. To Hannah Darling. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 8 for Katie Gebbard. That's going to bring up number 26, Maddie Morgan. Hitting in the spot that used to be Haley Stinson's, who started off this game pitching. The 0-1 from Gebbard to Maddie Morgan. "2-1 is your count. Full count to Maddie Morgan. Swing and a miss. Katie Gebbard with another strikeout. She now has 9 strikeouts through 4 innings. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th. Cougars up 17-2.
Athlete or the parent of one, you want to check out Parkview Sports Medicine. We serve every level of athlete with our sports nutritionist, our expert physicians at O&E, and the area's only specialized athletic rehab. To learn more, go to parkviewsportsmedicine.com and click on the Services tab. AWP Sports finds the athlete's purpose beyond athletics, the industry leader in sports performance for over 10 years in Northeast Indiana. You can find out more by clicking on the Services tab at the top of this page.
Welcome to the University of St. Francis, located in the heart of Fort Wayne, Indiana, where the Cougar basketball programs have won 2 national championships and finished runner-up twice since 2010. And the Cougar football program is fresh off a 2016 national championship. USF is a 3-time gold-level Champions of Character institution, one of only 12 NAIA schools to earn that distinction. The University of St. Francis provides you the opportunity to get a great education while competing for champions. Welcome back, everybody. Make sure you get on the University of St. Francis Facebook page, the softball Facebook page, so you can check out all the highlights. We got live games on that page, A lot going on. Coach Bolin always posting from the road. Leading it off for St. Francis is Jordan Schneider. Lady Cougars sent 8 to the plate in the third inning. Only sent 4 to the plate in the second inning. Even with that, though, St. Francis did score. Oh, 5 to the plate in the second. Schneider leads it off with a single. Brings to the plate, number 1, Eris Petty. Eris batting for Taylor Tucker. Petty is a pitcher from Bluffton, Indiana, Bluffton High School. Petty has 1 at-bat so far this year. 1 strikeout. St. Francis with 20 hits and 2 errors now in this game. Eris Petty with her second at-bat of the career. Pitching-wise, she's got a 3.62 ERA and a 1-1 record in 19.1 innings pitched. 9 walks, 8 strikeouts for Petty in the circle. 0 for 1. 0-1's your count. 0-2. With Schneider at first. And on deck, it's Abby Mosier. Ball popped up. Should be a good, easy play for the first baseman for out number 1. First baseman's number 14, Megan Riley. One out, your batter is Abby Mosier. Mosier entering today with a .237 batting average, 9 hits, 4 runs scored, and 38 at-bats, 5 RBI, 4 walks, 8 strikeouts. Down in this count, 0-1. Ball hit right off the third baseman's glove. That's a hit for Mosier as Schneider all the way into third base. We have runners at the corners after the single by Abby Mosier. It's going to bring to the plate. Who do we got? It's going to be Jade Mollenkoff. Number 15. Lady Cougars having their end of the year banquet after this game, as the good times will continue. Into the hut. Ball in the dirt for ball 1. 1-0 is the count with 1 out. One and 1 with 1 out. Ball hit into shallow center. For out number 2, tagging up is Schneider, who comes home to score the 18th run on the sacrifice fly by Jade Mollenkoff. Schneider scoring her 3rd run of the game. First pitch tomorrow is a strike. This ball's hit up the gut all the way to the warning track. Abby Mosier coming home to score from second base. RBI double for Ashley Mosier. It's going to bring up to the plate Donjanae Chamberlain. Lady Cougars now at 19 runs on 22 hits. Nice hit by Morrow there. She drilled it into right center. 0-1's your count. Slapped into center for out number 3. We head to the top of the 5th, 19-2, St. Francis winning.
P Sports finds the athlete's purpose beyond athletics. The industry leader in sports performance for over 10 years in Northeast Indiana. You can find out more by clicking on the Services tab at the top of this page.
Everything that I do can have an impact on somebody else.
You can dream any dream and you can chase any dream, and you can have a chance to succeed at that dream.
We're here just a speck of time.
Given the opportunities to be selfless.
That's what God does with us.
Not forgetting how you got here and who helped you along the way.
What are you doing for others?
Those to whom much has been given, much is expected.
If you're an athlete or the parent of one, you want to check out Parkview Sports Medicine. We serve every level of athlete with our sports nutritionist, our expert physicians at O&E, and the area's only specialized athletic rehab. To learn more, go to parkviewsportsmedicine.com.
Welcome back here in the top of the 5th. Katie Gebbard looking for the dub. Gebbard can hold on for the win. She'll improve her record to 3-7 on the season. Been a fun day here at Westendorf Field. One up, one down. That'll bring the plate. Number 18. Bethany McKibben. Her second at bat. She walked in her first AB. 1-0 is the count. Two balls, two strikes, your count to McKibben. Batting for Hunter Brummett. That ball popped up into right. Ashley Morrow has it for out number 2. One more out here. Lady Cougars to secure this victory. And coming to the plate is number 13, Maddie Reese. Reese struck out in her first at-bat. There gets a single. Tough game for Bethel, but always nice to end on a good note there, and Maddie Reese will. It's going to bring up Abby Glass, number 20. Struck out looking in her first at-bat. One is the count. 2-1 now after the called strike for Katie Gebhardt. Ball popped up. Pryor's on it for out number 3. That will do it here from Westendorf Field as the Lady Cougars win it 19-2 and get the sweep over Bethel College, their 4th win in a row. Folks, thanks so much for joining us. Once again, St. Francis wins it 19-2. Cougars with 22 hits, 2 errors. Bethel, 2 runs on 3 hits and 1 error. It's a great day here from Westendorf Field. We appreciate you joining us. And I guess it's still up in the air on Monday, but I believe we will have the doubleheader live stream for you. So, folks, have a great rest of the weekend. Until next time, my name is Jeff Mahoney. What a great day for the Lady Cougars, and congratulations to the 5 seniors, 5 outstanding seniors. Thanks again for joining us.